Yo, David Simonism.
Hey, what's going on?
Man, sorry about that. I think we're live. My window's open. Don't know if you heard all that. Motorcycle.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah. It's pretty warm out here in the Sunbelt states. You know what I'm saying? How it is up there in the Northeast.
It's not bad. The evenings are a little, northeasterly, but when the sun is up, it's Floridian-like.
Floridian-like. How about that? That's why all those New Yorkers end up in Florida. Now I get it.
Exactly. I mean, a New Yorker's dream is no light jacket or sweater.
Yeah. I totally get you there. So what else you got going on, brother, man? I could tell you about the second vaccine shot that I had. That thing put me under for a minute.
Well, we could talk about that, or you could play the theme, and then we could talk about that. How's that?
I think you're right about that. Let's get into the Hip Hop Citizen intro. We'll be right back after the intro, ladies and gentlemen. Hip Hop Citizen, don't forget the hashtag, like, share, comment. Here's the intro.
Architect 7, baby. Hip Hop Citizen, let's go. I cook it up. Through the beat, set fire to loose leaf, pursue peach, two speed, cock the hammer to two piece, put you to sleep. Man, y'all cats better wake up and full it's overrunning this game. Rocking that makeup, it's horrifying that. We glorifying rats, they taking aim at the culture. I hit the floor and fire back, I won't aim twice, my aim nice. I grew up in the system that this the man and they tricking with game dice. Snake eyes, they lies in plain sight. They bad with a bad man, them bastards ain't right. Snuffing our youth before they produce and take flight. Ain't nothing left to do except fight. Unify, collaborate, we worth more than the average rate. We waiting for justice for getting raped by the magistrate. Profit from prison, they trying to stop us from living. You watch CNN and Fox, you can't rock with the vision. That's a plot for division, landmine for mankind. Style cop, style out, be controlling your damn mind. And seeing ain't believing, yo, fuck it, my man fine. Then stand blind. But yo, I'ma keep it moving. There's too much room for improvement, supporting the movement. I breathe life while y'all abuse it. This is 99% for the culture, 1 for the music. Y'all talk a good grip, but don't do shit. Yeah, A7, Hip Hop Citizen. Check us out for the culture.
At Hip Hop Citizen.
Yeah, David Simonism. Welcome back. That was our intro to the Friday Night Live.
That's right. Still reigning champion because nobody out there want to challenge, but it's all good. We here. I got to holler that from my man Alter K reached out to me. He asked me when do I want it. I told him I want it when he thinks is right because I don't want nobody making no excuses trying to explain themselves if it can't knock out the champ, which is reigning right now. What we in week 25? It's May, so we in week 24, and week 21. Week 21 of the new year, and not even 21. Excuse me, it's 17. It's 17. It was 4 times 4 is 16, and now we're going into 1. So yeah, it averages out like that. 17 weeks.
It happens like that. And real quick, David, let me give a quick shout out, not only to you, David, I'm glad to have you, brother. Big shout out to all of you watching. Don't forget to give a big shout out to some of our sponsors. HipHopCitizen.com, where you can go check the top 10 Hip Hop Citizen live stream on Twitch. And guess what, Dave? I also want to give a big shout out to the Prime Podcast as well. Here's a little bit of demo from the Prime Podcast from our friends Big Chief Smath, who was a guest on our show about a year ago or so. You may remember this, but check this promo out from the Prime Podcast.
Is this thing on? All right. Today's episode of the Prime Podcast is brought to you by Manscaped. Having trouble getting the ladies to sample your fuzzy pickle? Maybe you're not taking care of yourself. Manscaped. Shave your balls. Wipe your balls. Slather creamy deodorant on your balls. And my personal favorite, spritz your balls. 9 out of 10 women agree. No.
Yo, you're breaking character. What are you doing?
This is demeaning. My dad's gonna fucking kill me. I look like my mom. Do I look like I give a fuck? Just say the fucking lines and do what you're paid to do.
You're not even paying me!
So, yeah. Balls.
Big shout out to Big Chief Smash. You know, a guest on the Friday Night Live, Dave. Remember Big Chief?
I believe the guy from the BX, correct?
Yeah, out there in your neck of the woods. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
right.
New York, shout out to the Bronx, man. You know what I'm saying? Big Chief Smash. You can always catch them on their IG and check out the Prime podcast as well. Very, very funny, man. Big shout out to them.
Oh, you make an announcement that Prime Podcast, say that twice. I mean, 3 times fast. You're telling me that the Prime Podcast is coming to Hip Hop Citizen?
Hey, I haven't said that far, but you know what I'm saying? Anything.
You mean to tell me we're advertising for an independent entity?
Oh, no, you know, we do joint ventures here and partnerships and sponsors and co-sponsors. And don't forget, if you have a business, you too could be part of that as well. Hey, send your email to livestream@hiphopcitizen.com.
I hope they're doing advertisements for Friday Night Live. Don't laugh. That shit wasn't funny. It was real, man. I don't think we're broadcasting on any of these platforms that we have listed down there. I don't think we're on YouTube. I don't think we're on Facebook. I don't think we're on anything right now because I don't know. At least one person used to say, "Hi, Dave Simon. Go fuck yourself." But there's not one single comment right now. What's going on, Don Juan?
I have no idea. Maybe it's still early yet. You know, so a lot of people still getting their feet. In fact, we haven't had Twitch join us yet. I think Pro Quo was still going live. Let's see if we can get our Twitch fans in and follow us. I think Twitch is going to join us. I think Twitch is coming on live right now. Welcome. No, not yet. I think Pro Quo is still on Twitch. Okay. But anyways.
Hold on. We can't supersede the Pro Quo show?
Not because they got the line first, you know what I'm saying? So Pro Quo, we need a Twitch feed, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we're 7 minutes already into this show.
Yeah. I didn't, you know, so that's what you're doing. So right now, if you're watching, that means you're getting live streams right now on Facebook and YouTube. So you're watching this twice. You can either take an option of the Pro Quo show or the Hip Hop Citizen show. We're both live right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing the purchase and sale of Hip Hop Citizen as you know it. Last week might have been the last time you can recognize this program for as it were. The renovations have commenced. The merger and the takeover is on.
We shall see. But one thing's for sure. We just
sold 51% of the company.
We haven't sold anything, you know, and for the value. But long story short, or like you say, short story long. Either way, Dave, Hip Hop Citizen is, you know, saying we're still going to be here. We've still been doing it now. Like I said, over 100 episodes collectively, Dave. You know what I'm saying? So we're still rolling strong, and we just had our biggest rated show last week. Last week was one of our biggest rated shows of the year.
Yes, and it was the appropriate time if you were paying attention to make the major purchase. And now we are looking at the Pro Quo takeover. And ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to know I did my best. You understand? So when they put me out of here, just know, all right, this is what happened. They said it's going to be one Team Titan here. And that is the Pro Quo show.
You rode with me when we didn't have the lights on at all, brother. So, you know what I'm saying? You walking out, I'm walking out too. You know what I'm saying?
The hell you talking about? I worked my tail off to develop this audience, to cultivate this program. And now I'm finding out that I've been the rug pulled from under me. And, you know, I'm going to let the doorknob hit me where the good Lord split me.
Stick around, Dave. Stick around. We need you over here, brother. The main thing is make sure that you stay safe up there on top of Brooklyn up there.
Well, then give Pro Quo or Pro Lyrical my cash app, please. Yo, you keep laughing.
I'm still telling you.
That's why I'm not getting paid, because you laugh when I talk.
Hey, but you know, one way you can get paid, Dave, is to make sure everyone's hashtag like, sharing, and commenting on the live stream. I want to know where you're calling from. The link is already out there. We're going to get into the anniversaries here in a second. But first things first, big shout out. Where are you tuning in from? Got a lot of audience out there. A lot of audience. A lot
Is
of audience.
anybody on the line? I mean, the comment section is cold. It's ice cold. And where's Dior?
Yeah, where is Dior? Dior, are you out there? Dior, are you out there?
I think she's waiting to see the program on Facebook before she join us.
Yeah, well, she's probably watching the Pro Quo show, enjoying it.
Yeah, she probably think we've been preempted, like, which we were. I hope he's giving them some news, like the breaking news. This is the reason why we're holding the Friday Night Live program from airing.
Yes. But Dave, I got.
What if they think it's 10 o'clock right now, and they go all the way to 12 o'clock? Don Juan, you think I'm going to sit here with no comments or no calls? What do you think I do this for? Myself? This is a masturbation expedition right now, my friend.
I don't know if I want to be a part of that one there. But if you're out there in the comment box, let's spare ourselves and give a big shout out where you at. We want to know if you catching this on the live feed. I see people on, Dave. You know what I'm saying? I see 20, 25 people.
Oh, okay. Where?
So I don't know where they at. So I hope they shout out and say where you calling from.
They're at the Pro Quo show. We don't be getting comments if they were on our stream.
All right. So Twitch is Twitch is not letting us yet. All right. They must be still going live. So we'll have to work that out with the Pro show. Yes,
there should be a button that you can press that automatically. Okay, here we go. Donna Diamond, thank you. Okay, now I can do the damn thing. Let's move on. What you got? Some birthdays, some anniversaries?
So we're live. All right, yeah. You want to keep the anniversary days? Fine. Let's get into this right after this in stream. Hip Hop Anniversary is brought to you by Friday Night Live here at Hip Hop Citizen. If you're joining us from YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. If you're watching from Facebook, don't forget to throw up that thumbs up, hit that like button. Hip Hop Anniversary is brought to you by HipHopCitizen.com and Top 10 I. Hip Hop Anniversary is up next.
I meant to say exhibition, but it came out expedition. So forgive me.
Well, at least you got it right now, Dave. So here we go, as always. You know what I'm saying? If you're new to us at Hip Hop Citizen, all we need you to do is shout out your city or your country where you're from. Throw us a thumbs up. Don't forget the hashtag, like, share, and comment. And we are starting off with Hip Hop Anniversaries from our trusted partners at today at hiphophistory.com. Feel free to follow along if you like. All right, Dave, here we go. All right, dropping knowledge daily, my friend. Are you familiar with the Blackaholics, Blazing Arrow? Released their second album, April 30th, 2002.
Okay, and where are they hailing from?
I was, hey man.
Hey, what did I tell you? What's the go-to comment when I ask a question?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Go to the fans. Do you remember Blackaholics out there today in hip hop history?
Call Dialect.
All right, Dialect probably knows who they are.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. But here's a guy that I am familiar with. Master P is having a born day this week. You know what I'm saying? Want to have a big shout out to Happy Born Day to Mr. P, who happened to celebrate, who was on IG, celebrating his ice cream business.
That's right. God bless Master P and the Percy Miller family. Everybody. They deep. They deep.
Yeah. Big shout out to Master P. He's doing it, man. He's educating and schooling people on how to not only be a rapper, but you got to be an entrepreneur. And you know what I'm saying? And my favorite line from Master P is that product doesn't talk back. And if you think about that, you know what I'm saying, that's much better than running a record label. So you don't have to pay insurance and product. But you do, sort of, because God forbid, somebody get ill from some pea cookies and they sue, and shit is fucked up. So yeah, you still need some insurance on the product, but you don't have to get them apartments or houses and cars and jewelry, Right. Have you had any Hootie Hoos, the cereal from Master P?
Unfortunately, I have not had any Hootie Hoos. I don't even know where you can get any Hootie Hoos now.
I was going to say, where do they sell the Hootie Hoos at? You know what I'm saying?
I think if Master P's a genius, like I think he is, he's got something like Amazon where you can go and get his products from.
So maybe that's what it is though. But yeah. I mean, I go through my grocery store every day looking for the Hootie Hoos and the wrap noodles, and I can find the wrap snacks at the gas station, but I don't see no Hootie Hoos. And now I think he's selling ice cream and pancakes. Master P he's working on that.
And unfortunately, a lot of people have gravitated to these eating healthy habits and things like that. And it would seem like P is still promoting the stuff that they consider bad, unhealthy food. Because if you're eating healthy and you're eating at Whole Foods, so when you're not eating at Whole Foods, obviously you're eating unhealthy. You understand? And I commend P, because I always pray to the Lord, the good Lord up there. I say, Lord, if there comes a day that I can't eat fried chicken and hamburger and French fries, by all means, take me out of this world. I said, if my kidneys, liver, and intestines no longer can withstand the abuse of those unhealthy foods, then I don't want to live. So thank you, P. Keep it coming.
Yeah, big shout out to Master P. Born in 1970. Wow, you know what I'm saying? I think Master P wears 1970 pretty well.
If 1970, my eye.
I thought it was a little bit older than 1970, but
yeah, I would think so too.
I could be Romeo's daddy, born in 1970. Oh wow!
Well, funny. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, because I believe those message alerts are mine.
So. Those are yours? Okay, I thought they were me too.
Or maybe it were you, and I'm blaming myself. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Got it. Oh, I think that was our co-host Dior who says she's just trying to get the right light.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Celebrating today in hip hop history. You know what I'm saying? Remember Steezo? We talked about Steezo before quite often here at HipHopCitizen.
Yeah, God bless the dead.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? About a year ago around this time, we lost Steezo, man. April's been a tough time for rappers, man.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, wasn't Steezo the first hip hop casualty to Corona? Oh no, excuse me.
Rob. You know what I'm saying? I think it's something. I'm not going to speak on it, but I think it was involved in something more sinister.
Who's Steezo?
If I'm not mistaken, I'm not going to speak too far on it, but yeah.
No, Steezo got Corona, but he wasn't the first. The first was the guy from the Bronx.
Okay.
The heavyset guy.
Oh, I feel what you're saying. Yeah, my bad. I'm getting.
I miss dialect. All I have to do is give him clues, and he would know exactly who I was talking about. Fred the Godson.
Oh yeah, Fred. Yeah, well, yeah. But what are you saying? What Fred the Godson was the first known celebrity? I guess what you're saying.
I'm thinking that there is a Taurus and hair contest between Fred the Godson and Steezo to fall victim to Corona in 2020. But yeah, I could be speaking out of school here. So, Don Juan knows nothing of what I'm talking about. So I'm going to just shut up.
Yeah, and I'm going to move on. But, something I do know something about is the Roots, Rising Down, released their 8th album, April 29th of 2008.
Okay.
And so this is something that I can certainly stand behind and say I'm familiar with. Saying big fan of the Roots, long time.
Yes, they did a fantastic job doing blackface with the werewolf there.
Yeah, that's a crazy cover, though, right?
Well, the people in the early turn of the century, well, not this one, last 1900s, they were always using blackface to entertain. And it's good that our brothers are now, fortunately, taking advantage of the imagery of the blackface.
Yes. True that. Big shout out to the Roots, man. The 8th album, Rising Down. Here's a guy that probably needs no introduction to any of our fans around the world. April 28th, 1966. Have a big shout out to Too Short.
What's my favorite word?
Yeah.
Good job, Don Juan.
Hey, I learned that from Kamala Harris, the Vice President of the United States.
Okay.
Who is said to be a big fan of Too Short. Once asked who was her favorite rapper, she listed Too Short as her favorite rapper. So how about that?
Well, now you know NWA had their history of violence, and Ice-T also violence. It was down to Too Short and E40. So I mean, she's from California. She wasn't going to leave the state.
Yeah.
She could have taken the game, Nipsey Hussle. You understand why Too Short is picked? He's safe.
That's true. That's true. Yo, here's another classic right here. You know what I'm saying? Big Pun, Capital Punishment, 1998, this week in hip hop.
Shout out to Loud Records. Capital Punishment. I believe this was his first album. Yes, this was his first album because Yeah Baby, we visit that last show. Don Dialect was here, and yeah, Capital Punishment was a fantastic album. It was a debut album that could be in the top of debut albums of hip hop. I mean, realize this. Normally, the first album from an artist is their best.
Yes.
Rarely do you get third album their best material.
Yes, right. True that. Yep. I completely agree.
And I say that because only one person is known in the hip hop era to have done that. Their best album being their third album. Do you want to guess who that individual is?
Enlighten me.
Well, arguments in the hip hop community is that The Blueprint, which is Jay-Z's third album, was his best album.
Now I see. I think we tapped into Pro Quo's line just as a reminder that they tapped into our Twitch feed. So we're gonna borrow a little bit of their YouTube as well. If you join us on our Pro Quo YouTube, welcome.
Who's this?
Pro Quo. I said we tapped into their YouTube while they're using our Twitch feed.
Still?
I believe so.
Have you communicated with them and let them know that we're trying to do a program here?
No, I've been running the show, Dave.
Well, how about you play a song and reach out to them and let them know that the show must go on.
Well, it's okay. It's not a lot of love lost there. Our friends at Twitch, they'll be sure to catch the replay because we play the replay every weekend. You can catch it right here live on Hip Hop Citizen. Play it back, hiphopcitizen.com. #Top10i, where you catch some of your favorite episodes of both the Pro Quo Show and Friday Night Live with yours dearly, David Simonisms, and yours truly, Don Juan DeMatt.
Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you right here, recorded alive, how you hear it. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if there's not going to be the same situation that we were accustomed to, I think I have the right to break my contract, and I'll have to catch you guys on the replay, or maybe I'll call in. You know what I'm saying? If I can find the show.
Yes. Right. I hear you there. Yeah. All right. Capital Punishment, Dave. All right. Definitely. What do you think about his son? His son is carrying on the legacy of Big Pun. You think his son has a chance in today's generation to carry on that Big Pun legacy? He sounds a lot like Big Pun. Christopher, I think it's Christopher. We kind of talked about this a little bit, but
you said Rivera. I thought it was Rios, but either Rivera or Rios. Christopher Little Punisher, which his father had to change his name from Big Pun because Big Punisher because the Marvel comic book character is named Big Pun. I mean, his name Punisher. So Big Punisher had to change his name, just like Biggie Smalls had to change his name. And okay, let's talk about Big Pun's son. I don't know. Name an artist whose son has surpassed them or even reached their plateau in the business. I mean, the closest I've seen now is
YDB.
Say again?
YDB.
No, come on. He hasn't sold any records. Are we talking about the Millers? Percy Miller's son Romeo sold some records.
Okay.
Sean Diddy Combs' boy sold some records, as little as it is.
Yeah, I didn't know they sold any records at all. So
yeah, they sold some. Our last album sold some records, even if his daddy had to buy them.
Peter Gunn was a young Peter Gunn's son.
There you go. Now you're talking. Corey Guns. Corey Guns. He maybe even surpassed Peter. At one point he was that hot out there.
Right.
Now I think that biologically we could say that is the father and son tandem that has done well for themselves, or a son that surpassed his father. Now I don't think Christopher Rios Jr., if he hasn't been played on the radio yet, ever going to supplant his father as the leading Rios or Rivera. So I haven't heard him, so I can't say if he's good or bad, but I can just give you my assessment as far as his expectations and beating his father, who was considered a top MC, if not top 15, definitely top 20.
Yes. Hope we didn't get flagged there, David. So they limit our free use if we get flagged. We might
for what pictures?
The Big Chief promo, that was a TikTok video there. But anyways, we'll move on. Big Pun, man. Shout out to Big Pun. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. They don't play TikTok on Facebook?
If you're the original creator of it, yeah.
Oh, so how would they know if we're the original creators or not? It was a promo.
Well, they use someone else's sample. You know what I'm saying? In their promo.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. I thought it was just I thought they were bigger than we were, and they kept commercial got us flagged. Okay, now I get it.
So I think that's what we're seeing here. You know what I'm saying? We got a low dip here. All right, but we're gonna keep the show going because like I said, they can catch it in replay. If you're not catching us live, you definitely watch us on the replay. But Freestyle Fellowship, you know what I'm saying? April, I gotta stop saying what I'm saying. Someone told me about that. But April 28th, 1993. Inner City Griots.
I'm glad you said it.
Yeah, well, again, this is probably not something that I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I probably heard a couple of cuts off of this, but not knowing. But it's not something that I went out and purchased or bought.
Oh, good for you.
Are you familiar with a Freestyle Fellowship?
You would have to play some when it comes to underground music.
Well, yeah. Well, saying this might be a good time just to remind all of our viewers out there that you too can participate in the interactive live streaming chat. All you got to do is click on the link. The caller link is provided in the header, sometimes in the comment box, depending on where you're viewing from. But go ahead and watch us live. This is the HipHopCitizen live stream. I mean, don't forget to call in. Yeah, go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, we're here alone. Obviously, no one's digging us this week for some reason.
Yeah.
How about YouTube? Are we on YouTube? Are we broadcasting on YouTube?
Yes, we are. Let me check. Shout out to YouTube. If you're checking in from YouTube, give us a shout out. Where are you viewing us in from on YouTube? Give us a big shout out. Dave, it's kind of hard. I can't be everywhere at once. Let me see.
No. I understand. Well, some way, somehow, we gotta get in contact with someone else that can do it, just like do the stream like you are, so we can. I mean, that was a good thing. If Dialect wasn't able to do it right away, you were able in the background to make it happen, and that's why the team was good. The 3-man team was good. We've been getting by. You've been proud of the numbers, but the show has hindered. And we would have to pick it apart. Today is an awful day, I'll be honest with you, for us not to be getting comics. And it makes me want to drug up some of the things that is going on. I mean, we barely getting by the birthdays and anniversaries. We're barely getting any topics out there. I mean, there was some structure when we had Dialect here. I'm not saying that the program is not decent.
Where is Dialect? Why isn't he showing up?
We were operating at a high level, and right now we're taking steps down. But I hope it's 2 steps back for 4 steps forward. And
I think you're right, Dave. But the good news is that we're up a couple of million since Dialect has taken.
I know the numbers are skewed in my opinion because
I agree. But whatever Dialect is, we wish them the best, and continued success doing whatever you do. But
that doesn't solve the problem of we're lacking in the team here.
Yeah, well, the team can get a lack, but we're going to move on and we're going to continue to do what we do. And that's what we're supporting. We got a show to run. We got 3 million people who are tuning in every month, and more since Dialect has found a new life. And we wish them well. And no one's called in looking for Dialect. Let's be honest.
That's Dior numbers.
I don't know what you mean by that, but you could talk.
Yeah, she's drawing in another audience, another entire genre we have not touched.
Well, good. Well, shout out to Dior. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like an improvement for me.
I'm seeing there's no comments here. They waiting for Dior.
Oh, well, when Dior gets here, then we will see. You know what I'm saying? What's up, David?
Naughty by nature.
Anniversaries, bro. So we got a lot of anniversaries to get through here, man. You know what I'm saying? Coming off the top rated show that we had all year without Dialect.
What is the Naughty by Nature anniversary of? First album? Second album?
Yo, this is their 5th album. This was released on April 27th, 1999. 1999.
Okay.
Nature's Story. Yeah.
Has Naughty come out since the millennium? Because the Naughty 3 and the Naughty 4, the Naughty 5, it didn't work. It don't transcend in the 2000s. Naughty 2000s? Naughty 2001? I don't know.
I've always thought that they went on to the kids because I can see the children doing great things. We talked about Offsprings that went on to get into the business. But in my mind, I thought we've always seen them doing their thing, the children at least. So I've always thought they were active. So
you're saying that the Naughty by Nature kids are in the industry now?
Oh, absolutely. They have a hit TV show. There's a TV show in which their daughter, Egypt, I believe her name is, she actually got married on the show. So yeah, they're still involved with their children's careers. Clearly, Peppa and Tretch.
Oh, Tretch has been on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, the daughter got married on the show. I think it's called Love and Hip Hop. All right, we got Heart Ray in here. He's flagged us again. You want to let him in? We already know what he's going to do.
Who is this?
He's going by Heart Ray right now. But Heart Ray, I'm going to tell you right now, dude, if you come on here, we got to flag you, man. What's up?
What up, man? You already know.
Yeah.
Oh, no! It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Now, is that going to get us flagged?
I don't know, but he's still hanging on there. But he's about to, throw some porn on there. So we had to,
Well, he said you already know. So you got to take a man for his word.
Right. Well, obviously, Dave, the link is working now, and
yes. No, who's in the private chat?
No, that's him. He says to keep us on the toes, man. You're not gonna flash any porn, man. I'll put you on, Ray, if you're not gonna flash any porn, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hard, Ray. That access denied is pretty decent. I just hope it doesn't get us flagged for the music.
Oh no. That's something that we created here. That's HipHopCitizen proprietary, baby.
That's what I'm talking about. Now go tell Pro Quo that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, look, our heart rate says, man, look, man, he said he gets it. So look, man, I don't know. You trying to let him on, Dave, man, you know what I'm saying? We can't do no porn, Heart Ray. You know what I'm saying? It's hard enough to call you Heart Ray. You know
the man says his name is Hard Ray. Man, we got to let him go now.
Look, man, I look.
We looking for Flaccid Ray.
Ray, what you talking about, man? You can't do no porn, man.
You flaccid.
I feel you.
So what's going on, man? Where you calling from? You always trolling, man. What's good?
I'm like one of 3 dudes that does it with this guy. I ain't even the same guy you're probably thinking of.
Oh, damn, man. You sound like a real hacker, man. So where you calling from, or how you got your shit scrambled like that?
It's just some cheap shit. This isn't rocket science. This is just showing porn on YouTube.
Hey, man, you can't do that. You messing with our money, man. David's talking about he ain't getting paid enough.
I ain't gonna mess with you.
I ain't getting paid at all.
I appreciate the access denied. You put some effort into it. I'm just going from place to place, just having a little fun.
Okay, that's what's up. Where you calling from?
He's California.
I'm from Texas. Yeehaw.
Yeah, I should have known.
I'm from Texas too. Well, I'm out of Texas, man. But big shout out to you, man. Big shout out to Texas, period.
Thank you.
All right, you guys enjoy your night.
Oh,
You
thank
too.
you for being nice tonight.
Go to the Pro Quo show. Show him your flaccid penis, please.
Go where?
Hey, look, at least it was nice, Ray. You know what I'm saying? I pause on the hard thing, but yeah. But he's right though. Maybe they're part of an army. Dude, that might be a better club to be a part of, Dave. Why don't we just start a raid crew and just go ahead and raid people's live streams?
We're trying to become a part of the establishment. We're not trying to be outliners, my friend. We don't want to be on the outs any longer. We're trying to get paid, like you said, man. That's the only way you get paid now is you follow rules and regulations.
Right. But he did appreciate the effort we put into that. So at least there's some change in there. So like I said, Dave, there's some improvement here. We've seen some improvements, and the numbers are showing it.
No, listen, I it's not a comparison of programs with the dialect or without dialect. The comparison is with the third individual that can help the program like dialect did. Now, we don't have that now compared to when we did. And I believe that when we did, we performed a little bit better as far as, operating things and not getting flagged.
Well, how do you define getting performance? Because performance is, the real metrics for performance is based on reach, right? And so subscribers and hey, man, you cannot deny, man, that we've been moving on. We've been rolling. Again,
I'm still here.
And yes, you are, my brother. I'm glad to have you here.
That is the consistency or the contingency of what makes this thing run. Is David Simon. Let me toot my horn a little.
Go ahead, Dave.
Okay, and I'm just letting you guys know over there that's making the decisions. You know what I mean? Just send me an email when things gonna change. When they change the name from Friday Night Live, I'm out of here, man. I'm telling you, man. They don't love me like I thought they did.
Of course.
But go ahead.
Okay.
Nah, they don't love me over here.
Of course. Okay. Hey, Dio, welcome to the show. HipHopCitizen. You know what I'm saying? Welcome. Yeah, Dave and I were just having a spirited conversation about. David says it's all because of you that we were up 2 million views last week.
Of course, when you have a pretty face on your panel, why not?
Okay. So there you go, Dave. It's the pretty face of Dior.
Oh, welcome to the show, Dior. You were watching the Pro Quo show?
No, I was not.
Oh, okay. You ready for your segment?
I am.
Okay, good. We're going to go through these these last few anniversaries and birthdays, and then we're going to jump into the debut of Lip Lock. Is called?
Yes, it is called Lip Lock with Dior.
Lip Lock with Dior. Now, if you're not here for Lip Lock Dior, I don't know what you're here for.
Dave.
Yes.
Shut up.
You got it.
Hey, I thought it was a good promo. It was a good hype up. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good warm up.
No, Dave just wanted to be heard.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, we know why I'm here. Well, I'm trying to figure out why the people are here. If there are any people out there. Hey, what is that in the background, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm in the ladies' room.
Oh, okay. Is there any way you could turn it down?
I actually can't because I'm out.
She's in the club. She's partying.
Yeah, I am.
Well, then why don't you do some interviews? Well, let's jump right into it. Go outside, get a couple of people, bring them in there, and do some interviews on the scene.
Could, but I'm not going to.
Why not? You're not that.
No, people are not here yet. It's just still early. You know how black people don't come on time.
Well, you're there. Are you not black?
Yes, I am, but I'm the hot commodity, so I have to,
What is it, ladies free before 12?
No, I'm free. I get in for free.
Oh, really? Who you know at the door?
I know everybody in this club. I know the owner. The owner's wife is my godmother, so.
Is it going to be full to capacity, or are they going to be limited?
It's going to be full to capacity. I guess it depends because a lot of people are coming from in different areas.
So you mean to tell me if you come from another city that is a full capacity, it could be full capacity?
It could be, yeah.
Interesting. That is interesting. I didn't know the rules and regulations travel with you, but that's okay. What's the name of this club? Give it a shout out.
It is called Martinis off of Caddy Drive in Fort Washington, Maryland. If you're in the DMV area, if you're gay, come out. That's all I can say.
You gotta be gay. You gotta be gay, is what I'm hearing.
Not to say you got to be, you don't have to be, but this is kind of like a private event. So if you're not familiar with the promotion, the club promoter, then yeah.
Is there a secret handshake?
No.
Oh, I'm trying to figure out how do you get in? Like you know, I don't know.
So normally during the week, the club promoter sends out a flyer, and he will text you. It's like an automated text, and you'll get like discounts off the ticket, and then yeah.
How much does a martini normally cost?
I guess it depends on what event's going on. So everything is different, you know. Not everything's the same.
So how much is tonight going to cost a person?
Probably 20, either 10 or 20.
Okay. Or am I warned at the door that this is what's happening inside, or do I pay my money then go inside and decide if I want to stay or not?
That's totally up to the club promoter and the bouncer. Because I don't know, I guess basically they'll ask like, so there's normally a person that that's like standing at the door that's part of the party that's happening inside, and they'll tell you, oh well, do you have your ticket, or you know, something like that. But if not, you just have to pay full $20.
No. We're not concerned with that. We're trying to figure out, do the club take an individual's money before they notify them what kind of night the party is?
No. Like I said, so during the week there's a flyer.
No, I'm saying so no walk-ins. You guys don't take walk-ins.
No.
Oh,
that's what I'm telling you. Yeah, you have to have like a ticket or something.
Okay, so this is a segregated party.
I guess, yeah, you could say that.
All right.
Oh, okay. I'll leave it at that.
So, how? Okay. So you would have to be on the particular promoter's guest list.
Correct.
How do you get on the guest list?
You go to his page, and in the bio, there's a number that you text. You text his name and then the number, and then you'll get like a message saying you've been added to the list. So when there's ever events happening, you'll be notified.
Oh wow!
How did you get your name on the list? That's what you went through that protocol.
I've been on the list.
How long have you been on the list? The years.
I've been years. I've been going to his event since 2013.
Shout him out. What's his name?
Xavier Entertainment.
Xavier Entertainment. Is Xavier flamboyant? Is he gay?
I think you're asking a little bit too many personal questions. That's something you have to ask him.
Okay, fair enough. I was just trying to figure out if the promoter of the party actually partakes in the event as he throws them.
It's a code.
Why are you laughing? Why is everybody laughing at you? I don't get it. Okay, I'm shutting up again.
It's okay. You don't have to shut up. I like it when you talk. So,
thank you.
You're welcome.
What kind of music is played at these events?
Well, I like last week because last week was like old school R&B. So they were playing things from the late 90s to the early 2000s.
Did you get your freak on?
Is that the point? Every Friday.
No, I don't. What you mean? You determined freak.
Was there dubbing? Did you whine on some guy?
Oh no! See, how the way I meet my men discreetly in different manners. I don't meet them through a club. No.
Oh, you don't walk through the club grabbing genitalias?
No. No.
I just envision that's what occurs in that type of party. Like everybody's grabbing each other.
Maybe somewhere in New York or Atlanta, but not downtown in DC. No, not that I know of. Not the clubs that I've been to. No.
Will they be dancers?
I thought it was called prison.
Clearly.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm talking about love. You guys are talking about something else.
That's not love. That's called rape. That's called sexual assault.
I would love some woman to walk up to me and grab my genitalia.
Well, I can do that for you if that's what you want. If you want me to grab it, I can grab it.
I was going to speak, but I was going to let you get that out because no one's ever said that to me. So say it again. Repeat yourself. What did you say?
If you want me to grab your genitalia, I will grab it for you.
Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Somebody actually want to grab my genitalia.
Love connection. Hello. I think we got one.
I'm shocked. I don't know about anybody else.
But look, we're human, okay? And I love life. And hey,
you don't mind that it's small?
I mean, I'm sure you please a lot of women. I'm sure.
I'm sorry. I had to laugh that time.
Lord Jesus.
I haven't pleased a woman yet. Yeah, let me just tell you. So, maybe you're the type of woman I've been looking for.
Maybe.
Stop it. You stop it. Okay. Let's get serious now.
Okay.
You guys sound like a married couple.
So if I was at that club, you would walk up and grab my genitalia.
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, when do you plan? When would you plan to grab my genitalia?
Well, for one, you're the man. I'm the girl. You're supposed to be making the first move.
I should grab your genitalia.
No. No. It starts off with conversation, getting to know a person first, and then proceed.
So wait a minute. Okay, give me a typical night at this party. They playing 90s or
okay, it's more of a hangout. Since we're still in pandemic. It's more of a hangout, it's more of a chill spot. You can sit down, you get here early, you can sit down, but if you come late, you gotta stand up.
And there is a consistent one night stands that occur, right?
No. There is a place actually. There is a place called DC Eagle, and that involves, more of a BDSM S&M type of feel, and it was very popular, because there is a group, of people that are into that, and we used to have events upstairs because there's so many levels, so we used to have events upstairs, and it's very big and massive, and whatever took place downstairs, they had sex parties and all of that. I'm like, oh, I'm curious, I just want to know what's going on, but yeah.
Hey, you know what? Curiosity does, but that's besides the point. So you're not into that type of stuff.
Oh, I don't disclose who I am, privately. Whatever I'm into is what I'm into. So.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm the type of girl that don't kiss and don't tell. So I'll let your imagination wander, and what you think I do is what I do. And
that's for the audience, right? I only want to know
that's what you tell me. That's for anybody who wants to get to know me. If you think I'm do this, then hey, that's what you think.
So how much was it to get into that club, Eagle?
It was kind of the same, with the people standing outside asking for the list and stuff like that. But if you know the person, they'll just let you in, depending on how cool you are. Not everybody has that privilege, but.
Okay. And these parties go on all night, 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning.
No, I think tonight it stops at 2. So
normally that was the going time at DC.
But I do believe, I'm hoping that Pride is happening in the end of May, and I'm hoping it goes on till 5. Because normally around summer parties, back in DC. When everything was open, we was in that joint until 6, 5 or 6. I used to be coming home tore up, drunk, makeup done, lashes just hanging over my face, looking crazy. But I'm a big girl now, so I've evolved.
Right. Of course. I just wish there was someone there that you could interview.
I don't think
Is Xavier there?
he is, but I don't think I would want to do. I would love to interview him, but it wouldn't be in this setting. I think it would be like in a more proper setting, if you know what I mean.
Okay. So you're in the ladies' room, correct?
I am.
There's no ladies that's coming in there.
Not yet. It's only 11:50.
Is it locked? Is the door locked?
No, I'm in here. The door's open. You can just walk in.
So has anybody ever walked in on you?
No.
No woman has walked in on you in the restroom?
No, because the door will be closed.
Why is the door open now?
Well, where I'm at, it's like the main door to get into the ladies' room is open. So, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Normally you would close it. You would lock it.
Oh, no. So I'm saying for the entrance to get into the restroom. But there are stalls. So if I want to go to a stall and handle my business, I just shut the door. Not the door to get in, but the door for the stall.
Oh, so they don't necessarily even know that it's you behind the door of the stall.
Nope. No, I mean, okay. I look like a woman, so I mean, you can't really tell,
Do you sit down when you use the restroom?
I do.
Very ladylike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh man.
I think I might want to see you stand up though.
Oh my.
That would be some sight. I'll tell you honestly. You see you with you, and you get up in all your ladies' attire and dang fancy nice, and you're standing at a urinal. That would be funny. Not funny. That would be interesting to see.
Oh my goodness, yeah, funny.
Where did you go, Don?
No, I had to get a drink. You know what I'm saying? I was alone.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I need because I definitely need a drink right now.
Do you want to go and get a drink and come back? We'll finish the anniversaries and birthdays, and we can do your portion of the program.
Lip lock. Yes, I will definitely be back.
Fantastic.
Well, absolutely. Right after you be back. But before you go, Dior, let's get into what's trending, family. I got a quick story to tell you while you go get your drink, and then you should be right back after this.
Up next is What's Trending, family, HipHopCitizen, #WTFHHC. I'm Dior. Now back to David Simonism in Brooklyn and Don DeJuan at DMAC in Dallas.
Okay, Dave. All right. Big shout out to you. How does she do, Dave?
Fantastic. I mean, she flubbed your name and she got mine correct. It's just like I like Actually, no, I didn't. I think Dallas was like, I don't know. It's just like I couldn't really process the word.
It's fine. No, you did it perfectly. You said my name, where I'm calling from. Fine. That's all that matters.
Look at you. Feeling special.
What are you talking about? Come on.
All right. Well, I'll be back. I'm going to get my drink and I'm going to come back.
Yeah, go get your drink.
Yes. Get one for me too. Thank you.
All right, Dave, I got to tell you this story real quick. All right. This story goes back this is a story about Courtney Wilson and Shanita Jones. All right. They were getting married and they invited all their friends and family to their dream home estate for the weekend wedding celebration. And look at this beautiful Florida mansion, man. It's gorgeous, isn't it? The 16,000 square foot home that they didn't
Can you make it bigger?
Let me see if I can make it bigger. I'm not the technical guy. I don't know if that helps.
That's beautiful. And you said we broadcasting on Facebook and YouTube, right?
Yes, we are Facebook and YouTube. Yes, we are.
Not Twitch yet.
We are on Twitch now. Shout out to Twitch.
Okay.
But Dave, check out the beautiful mansion, 60,000 square feet. It belongs to the heir. Somebody who's never had to work a day in his life, but it belongs to the heir of the IHOP fortune, right? So here's a really rich guy. Didn't have to do anything, but he wakes up. He doesn't live in this beautiful house because it's up for sale. So the house is up for sale. So he lives somewhere else off the state. So it's probably like a smaller house or something that's on the estate. And he finds out that this couple is actually getting married on his property. They're trespassing to have their wedding. They've actually invited guests and family and friends all to this wedding on a property they don't own. Can you imagine the audacity? And you know what race do you think they were, Dave?
We're not going to play that game. But what I will say is, it was unlived in, correct? Like it was just there.
Well, no, I mean, it's a huge house, 16,000 square foot, and one guy lives there, and it probably has a, hey, listen, I live in Texas, and people with large homes, it's hard to furnish these large homes. You might have a couple empty rooms, you know what I'm saying? But I imagine that was the case for this guy. He just had a bunch of empty ass rooms.
What I'm trying to figure out is when you say the audacity, or how do these people feel that they deserve it to have this home as their wedding setting? And so you would have to ask the individuals, like, what were they thinking? What was the idea here? Like, did they expect people to believe that they own the home, or they were renting it?
That's exactly it, Dave. That's exactly it. They told their family and friends, come to our dream home. This is our dream home. But the problem is they didn't own it. You know what I'm saying? The house has a bowling alley, a swimming pool with a waterfall, a hot tub, tennis courts, a gazebo, and an 800-foot bar. And then he actually told his guests that it was God's plan that the couple marry there. So he invoked God in all this.
You want to play a game? I'll play a game with you. Here's the game. You or I will be the groom that was going to have their wedding at this home. And the other is going to be the questioner, the interviewer. So which one would you like to be? Would you like to be the guy that was the groom, or you want to be the interviewer?
I'll be the interviewer.
Fantastic. Let's go.
All right. So will you ask you the question as the groom?
Yes.
All
no,
right.
you're the interviewer. I'm the groom. Ask me. We're doing an in-depth interview right now.
I got to ask you, Mr. I think his name is Mr. Courtney Wilson, and your wife, Shanita Jones. What made you think that this is your dream home and estate? What do you do?
This is what happened, man. So I'm out here. I'm making a delivery, right? I'm bringing some soda pop to the house next door. And then I noticed that there was a full sale sign on the house. And I said to myself, look at here. Wouldn't this be a beautiful scene for a wedding? And I called, what's her name?
Shanita.
I called Shanita. I took a picture with my iPhone. I could afford an iPhone. And I said, look at this here, girl. Wouldn't you want to be married here? And she said, who house is that, nigga? And I said, this house here could be ours if we wanted to.
Well,
how about that?
Well, according to 911 transcripts, you told the owner that it was God's will that you marry her after he told you to leave.
Right. That's right. You know what? I didn't propose to, what's her name again?
Shanita.
I didn't propose to Shanita until I found that house. You understand? God was talking to me. He said, this is a place to be married. I said, you right, God. So I went, I bought a ring, went to, what's her name?
Shanita.
And I said, Shanita, baby, I have the perfect house for you and I to get married. We don't need nothing else.
But Mr. Wilson, I
yes.
gotta ask you.
Yes.
It appears that you posed as a realtor months before, and you asked Mr. Finko, the owner of the house, if you could use the house, and he told you no.
Well, see, I went about it the right way. He told me no. He didn't know that I don't take no for an answer. So I grabbed, what's her name?
Shanita.
I grabbed Shanita and I said, baby, we're going to the altar. Call up your mama and your daddy. Tell them to bring the greens. And call up your cousins and tell them to bring the chitlins and the chicken and the hog. And we're going to go back here in the backyard. We're going to have a barbecue. We're going to have old Reverend Jesse Jones marry us. You know he loved to marry people. Oh, Jesse. Some bitch Jesse is. You know, we're going to go down here and we're going to get married and we're going to make it happen. This is our dream house. It's the American dream. Well, we're not supposed to have this because we were born black.
I got to ask you, how do you think your marriage is going to turn out? You think this is the beginning of a great marriage?
What are you talking about? Any woman that's willing to go and
watch yourself.
And go on there and tell people that we're going to get married. Tell her family this is our dream house. I'm never going to let her go.
Oh, you never gonna let me go?
Love connection.
I'm gonna let you go from the top of the Empire State Building.
That's fine. It's okay. Not everyone's equipped, so it's okay.
I don't know what the requirements are. Let me just say. But
exactly.
You got your drink?
I do.
You didn't see no one in the club you want to drag in that bathroom there and interview?
No.
It's the top of the hour.
Everybody's here to have a good time, and I know I should be home talking to y'all because this is my job.
Is there a bouncer in there or something that we could talk to?
Or a guy who actually charges for mints and wipes your hands, wash your hands for $1?
I mean, with you putting all that lip balm on, you should be able to get somebody in that bathroom to talk to you.
I'm talking to you. So and DJ, so I must be doing something right.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. No one else would talk to us. No one else would talk to us. Who's that?
Don't worry about it.
What do you mean? That's a potential interviewee there. Get him over here.
I don't know if he's interested in want to talk.
Ask. Say, do they want to be on the Hip Hop Nation, Hip Hop Citizen Friday Night Live?
No. The answer is no.
In this bathroom.
Quick podcast.
Oh.
This is my sis, London.
What up, London?
Thank you. How are you?
What's going on?
Oh, they can't hear you. Want to talk?
We can hear.
Do your thing.
Yeah, okay.
You're good, bitch.
Oh, thank you, baby. I get it. Learn from the best.
Yeah. I'm an old dragon.
She's grabbing your hand.
Cuddy, give her your flowers, honey, while you here, girl. That's what it was talking about, Cuddy.
You can't give them to me when I'm dead. I don't even want you at the funeral.
Bitch, don't show up. Fuck that shit. And fuck your carnations, bitch.
So that's
Sorry.
Hold on, Don Juan. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. What is
okay, that's sexy. We see it. Waves and all. Yep. Let them know. GQ all day, every day.
Last night.
So we're on top of the hour at the club with Dior.
Why are you allowed to say bitch, but I'm not?
Because I'm okay. London. So men, this heterosexual men want to know why we're allowed to say bitch, but they can't.
Are we allowed to say bitch?
No, we're allowed to say bitch, but they can't. So they want to know why.
The fuck you want to say, honestly.
Oh, well, London said you can say whatever the fuck you want to say.
Say to me to disrespect me. But everybody has different feelings. I don't give a fuck, bitch.
Honey,
I'm called a man. I'm still a man. I'm still a woman. I'm still whatever you want to call me.
I need to borrow that.
Of course. Okay. I'll get you one. How old are you?
Period.
Hey, y'all need to take a shot. Tell
what are you drinking?
Tell her to take a shot.
I don't know what the fuck I'm drinking. Excuse me, baby. I'm sorry. I'm doing Bathroom Chronicles.
Don't you have to drink martinis?
Club is getting crowded.
Some of us don't drink martinis, okay? We drink whatever's due, whatever's there. Whatever they want to give us, we don't ask questions.
Isn't the club called Martini? Mm-hmm. Isn't the club called Martini?
Yes, but that doesn't mean we drink martini.
I would make every motherfucker in there drink martini. That would be the only goddamn drink in there. That'd be the only drink they can get is martini.
I would not like you if you did that to me. I'm like, bye, I'm out.
Is that the way you behave when you're not when you're partying? You yell and you scream and you call each other bitch.
No, not really. I feel like you can have the most fun.
Yeah, I just seen you in your element. I got a little more detail about you, Dior.
A little bit, when the alcohol seeps in, she comes out. So I have to catch her, when I'm sober, I'm more well reserved. But when I'm buzzed and comfortable in my space, then
it looks like the party's ready to happen.
Yes.
Yeah, it's top of it's midnight. Yeah, the party's about to get cracking wherever she's at. So let's get through this real quick then. All right, so let me get into this next segment real quick. Since we got you on.
Wait a minute. Let's close out Courtney. What's his name?
Courtney Wilson.
Okay, yes, Courtney Wilson. And this is the bottom line. Me and my baby, we're going to get married. And it's going to be a house bigger than that house. That house going to be shit compared to the house we steal next time. Okay, so keep an eye out for me and my baby and our wedding. We're going to send an invitation out on that motherfucking gram. Okay, so we can have all y'all motherfuckers come down to the party at our wedding at the, what is that shit called? Mar-a-Lago. We going to Mar-a-Lago next time. All right, and we're going to get married at Mar-a-Lago. Check it out.
For real, that's what we're going to do. I'm excited.
You would marry me?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Not knowing me. You would marry me, not knowing me.
I would.
Don Juan as my witness. This is not a proposal, okay? But yeah, that's interesting. What makes me desirable to be wed to you?
I like your personality. You know, like I said, with me, it's about personality. And if I can grasp on that, then that means I can kind of define who you are, but not really. I mean, of course, you know, I still would have to, you know, I would still have to get to know you, but okay.
Dior, the rent is high in Brooklyn. You want to go to Brooklyn?
You would have to pay the bills. If I'm taking care of home, you're going to have to pay the bill.
The rent is high.
Okay, that's interesting. That brings up the game conversation from a couple of weeks back, where the game said that as long as the woman is taking care of home, he would take care of life. Saying that he would buy her all the things that she would need and make sure that home was taken care of. Is that what you're looking for? Are you looking for the game?
Of course. He's my type too, so yes, definitely.
Wouldn't you want to be independent?
All right.
Of course. You know, I'm going to be independent when I first meet him. Yeah, of course. I'm going to have my own business, whatever the case may be. But I like being controlled. So I like it when, you know.
You want to be a home wife. What do they call it? A housewife. Thank you. You want to be a housewife.
Yes.
Interesting. That is interesting. I want to be a housewife too. Maybe I should get glitzed up like you are and go out there and find me a husband to pay my
bills. So you guys got me thinking about housewives and housewives and all that stuff. You guys got me thinking. And someone mentioned the game. Can you recognize these guys by their hairlines? Do you recognize the game in one of these? Is the game in one of these?
I think the game could be the second on top, like the third across from the one. Yeah, I think that's the game.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
Clearly. And I know the bottom I think one is 50 Cent, if I'm not mistaken. I think the first one could be 50 Cent.
Wait. You're ruining the game now.
Oh, I'm sorry. You asked a question and I'm giving you an answer.
The question was, which one is the game?
Right. And the consensus here is this is
the third one. The third one is the game.
And you agree, Dave?
That's the one that the arrow's on is the third one?
Yes.
Then I agree.
All right. Correct. That is the game. Can you guess
my baby, my husband.
Who's your husband?
The game.
Is that because you've been attracted to him, or that's because I just told you that he's willing to take care of his lady?
I've been attracted to that man for years, since he was bald.
Okay. So that's what your type is: tall, light skin, things like that.
Game is like 6'5".
I like a masculine man, period, who's just sexy and mesmerizing.
Why the hell would you marry me?
Because you look like you can.
What you say? What you say?
You look like you can eat good pussy. So you know.
Yo, Don Juan, can you take that out of the next when we on the replay, please? I don't want that ever said again. Hey, listen, if you had a pussy, I would show you some pussy eating.
I have one, so.
Oh, yeah. No. I'm talking about a biological.
No, I do.
You got, wait, no.
There's some questions that I cannot answer on here that we will have to talk about another time.
All right.
Well, then you must be her hermaphrodite, because from what I remember.
Yeah.
Well,
I am.
You are? Interesting. And this is we're not talking anal, right?
Mm-mm.
All right, I'm cool with the punt on this conversation, though. But can you guys guess whose hairline this one is?
That's 50 Cent.
That's 50 Cent. What do you say, Dave?
I have no idea.
Thank you, boo.
50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. My first guess was Diddy.
Who's the simp? Who's the simp? I don't understand. Am I a simp? Yes, I'm definitely someone that loves love. I'm a sucker for love. Yes, I am a simp.
That guy is a simp. What is a simp? What did he say a simp was?
A person that's a sucker for love.
A sucker for love. All right. Well, you know what I'm saying? M.E.E. Shout out to M.E.E. You know what? All right, Dave. Give me a name.
Yeah, I'm done with the headlines. Okay.
The top guy. Yeah,
I'm ready to do lip lock.
Well, I mean, we got to set it up. You know what I'm saying?
I think Don Juan ruined the whole segment. I'll be honest with you. This here is just totally, bored me to death. I want to talk to Emi. Emi, is it? How do you pronounce that, Don Juan? I
have no idea, but I do got to run through real quick.
Is that a guy?
I got to ask him, Dave. But first things first, ask him if he can figure out who these guys are right here. I got Gooch Galore who's going to call in here and to give us a big shout out. Who made this hairline challenge? And so I'm going to run by them really quickly here.
Why can't I wear sunglasses? I wear my sunglasses at night so I can spy on my girlfriend. You don't know? Oh, good. I good. A woman. Very nice.
On his boo. Yeah. Ain't that a trap?
Oh, you gonna talk to another woman in front of your girl, Dave? I mean, come on.
Yes. I will. She would have to understand.
Hey Dior, they ruining your lead-in for your segment.
It's okay. It's all good.
Call in, Emi. Call in. I want you to tell me how to pronounce that name. I want to talk to you. I want to know where you're from.
It looks like it says I think it says.
I think her name is. I think her name is Amy or Amy, and it could just be. It could just probably be with an E and not an A.
Well, it would still need to be an I after the E. I would think. I'm from the UA.
What's that? UA.
Shut up. Sorry.
What's UA? Australia? What's UA?
I think Australia. Yeah. No, that would be AU, wouldn't it?
United. What the hell is UA? Maybe it's USA. Maybe she's a typo. Maybe
you forgot. No, come on. The whole USA. I mean, we're all from there, aren't we? Where you from? Come on, be more specific.
USA. Yeah, USA. All right, USA. All right.
Okay, that's an individual that just want to be vague. Hey, can you turn that down, Dior?
I can't. I'm so sorry.
He's in the club.
No, all you got to do is just stop moving around a little. The microphone is what's doing that.
But let me get to this headline real quick. All right, since you guys don't care the druthers, the first one, you both are wrong. This is a Mace. All right, that's Mace's headline.
Oh, that's Daddy.
Are we still talking about headlines?
Yeah, man, because it's a lead-in for Dior's segment. We got to get Dior's segment in so she can go to the party.
I thought we gave up on that when she was at the party.
No, she still has to do a segment so she can get the party.
David, let me tell you something. Don't rush greatness. You hear me?
You're talking to a very patient man. I'm
okay.
Patient.
Well, I'm gonna need you. If you're gonna be daddy, I'm gonna need you to wait. Okay.
If I'm gonna be what?
If you're gonna be daddy, I'm gonna need you to wait.
Hey,
no, Don Juan is daddy. I'm uncle. I'm Uncle Dave. I'm Uncle Dave. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Come on, not go home.
I'm grandpa.
Thank you, babe. I get love from the best bitch. Thank you, bro. Sexy bitch. Period, honey. Yes.
All right. So the second one here is T.I. Since no one guessed it, T.I.
I knew that was T.I. I just didn't want to say anything. I said that last week.
All right. Well, you know what I'm saying? And this one right here, you guys got to know who this one is. The fourth one.
That's Ludacris.
Give us a hint. I was about to say that.
Boosie.
Do you want to know something though, guys? I
Boosie
actually went to high school with Ludacris's uncle. He was my teacher, and I believe in 10th grade. Yeah, it was.
Virginia. Was it in Virginia?
No. I went to school in Crossland. I went to Crossland High School, and his name is
Chris Bridges.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us, Imai, or whatever how you pronounce your name. I apologize. E. I'm gonna just call you E. Thank you for joining us, E. I'm loving the what would you call that? Trolling? I love it. I just love it. I'm glad to have somebody here to talk to me. Look at Dior. Look at Dior.
Yeah, I can't believe none of you knew Boosie's fade though. That's the Boosie hairline, and this fifth one here, y'all probably think it's a kneecap. It's not a kneecap. That is the head of Jeezy. So there you go. That's Jeezy. He says you're not trolling.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right. Please, with the heads. Thank you.
Yeah. So now, so this is the one you want to get into, Dave. I know you're excited about this one right here. So Dior, we just did the hairline, and so we thought we'd do another spin on this one, right? Because the hairline was kind of like a last week's thing, right? Last week's joke, pretty much.
Yes.
And shout out to Gooch, man. Put that out. We put that on the page, man. It's going really well. HipHopCitizen.com. Thank you for checking us out on Facebook and YouTube. So now we thought we would try a different spin on that. And so Dior, you want to talk about your spin while I set it up?
Yes. So just like the hairline video, we've decided to do a segment called a lip lock, where there is different types of lips. So you have to guess which lips is on the artist.
And so we have the lips here. And so we're supposed to guess whose lips these are right here.
Now, do you have a list in order so when we guess that you know who lips there are?
Sweetheart, I memorize a lot of things. So just show the pictures and I can tell you who they are.
You can tell me who this person's lips are without knowing the answer. Okay,
yes.
Let's play.
Because I'm the one that came up with the segment.
Yeah, I remember. Let's go.
All
right.
That's Eve.
That's Nicki Minaj. Everybody knows.
No, that's Eve.
No, you're not supposed to tell us. You're let us guess. You didn't even guess.
Oh, well, let you guess. I'm sorry. Let you guess.
I'm going to say Eve.
Yeah, I say Eve too.
That was easy. Let me see.
Yeah, I mean, okay, what do we win?
I don't know. A free kiss. Come on.
Oh, bullshit. I'm gonna send you my Cash App. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Ooh.
That's Nicki Minaj.
Yes.
You said Nicki Minaj?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I would have never guessed those was Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? So if you said yes, Dior, again, you wrote it for me. So if you said, oh, thank you, Amy.
How are you feeling your podcast?
Thank you, Amy. You're the woman, Amy. You're the woman, Amy. You're the woman, Amy. All the way. All right. So we found out that's Nicki Minaj. Fine.
Would you kiss those lips knowing that they might have blown Meek Mill?
I like the way that you're there.
Oh, my. All right.
Say what? What? I didn't hear your answer.
Are you talking to me? Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to Don Juan.
Okay.
Oh, well, say the question, Dave.
Would you kiss Nicki Minaj's lips knowing that she's possibly blown Meek Mill?
The challenge with that is, Dave, is that there are no lips that you haven't kissed that hasn't blown somebody.
Hey. Bravo. You made me laugh, bro.
All right. So we got Dior on mute. So go ahead and guess whose lips are these, Dave?
These succulent lips are Beyonce.
Beyonce. I I'm biased here. I know this has got to be Meg Thee Stallions. Whose lips are these, Dior?
Meg's.
Meg Thee Stallions.
Those are nice lips. Oh, those teeth. Oh, those are, oh, wait a minute. I got another game. Bring those lips back, please.
All right. Well,
that's it right there. Now the question is, are those Meg Thee Stallion's teeth?
now, and would you kiss those knowing that those been on Moneybag Yayo?
Come on, you already answered the question, bro. That's why I applaud you, because it's absolutely true. Nobody's stopping from kissing no woman that's attractive because she might have blown some guy or ate his ass or whatever have you. You know, we've all been there. We've all had our legs in the air and someone between our legs. And, you know, they if they're not with us now, they're doing that somewhere else. And I don't want nobody to think they were the first person. That's all I'm saying. And when you look at me, okay, just know. Whatever.
All right. So here you go, Dave. So here's another celebrity lips. Whose lips are these?
Beyonce's.
You said Beyonce. I'm gonna say those look like Jay-Z.
Hey, exactly.
I don't know. I'm just kidding. Dior, help us out here. Let me see. Dior, are you on mute? Dior, I can't get her off of mute. Dior, you must be on mute.
Yes, those are my lips.
Oh, interesting.
So those are Dior's lips. Instead of,
have you ever blown anyone famous?
No,
I would hope so. I'm not kissing no lips that didn't blow nobody famous.
All right, Dave, man. To your point, man. I'm not gonna get in there, but I know our friend Dior, man. She's in party mode. She's in the club. Dior, you know, what I'm saying? We want to thank you for joining us, Dior. I'll let you go. Thank you,
bye,
Dior.
y'all.
Take care. Thank you for joining us.
God bless. Be safe.
There you go, Dave. There's Dior. Dior is at the private club there. Invitation only.
Exactly. Because, you know, you might not want to go and party if you don't know what the event is all about. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was trying to figure out, because, you know, I pay my $20 and I go in there and somebody grabs my genitalia, you know, and that's not a female. I don't think, you know, I would be upset. I don't know if I would ask for my money back, but I would be upset. I mean, if they're going to grab, you know what I'm saying, it was worth the $20, but I would be upset.
Yeah. Well,
Mulatto Banks. Yeah, somebody that enjoys the show is here. Thank you.
Air her. Shout out to Mulatto Banks.
So Black Rob was laid to rest yesterday. I don't know. Don Juan, do you have any clips from the Black Rob funeral? Because there was someone there testifying that Puff Daddy's always been there for Black Rob through the thick and the thin.
No, but we will be streaming that all day, Friday, Saturday. So be sure to tune in all day. I didn't have that set up, but we have it set up, queued up for the replay tomorrow. I was going to ask you about it. Revolt, is that Diddy's last deed was to air his funeral on Revolt? I thought that was kind of shady. I don't know. I can't say. Maybe that's what the family wanted, but to me, it just seems like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Is that the best you can do, Diddy, is air their funeral?
Well, now you have to take in consideration that we were still under a pandemic, and a lot of people wouldn't be able to be inside the same vicinity as the body and the family and all the rest of that. So Black Rob had millions of fans. He's sold platinum. So I'm sure the Revolt situation in a pandemic can be viewed as Puff Daddy trying to capitalize on Black Rob's funeral. So I'll give Diddy. Well, you know, honestly, the person that was speaking, I don't know if it was Harp Pierre or Sean Prez or who it was, but someone was up there speaking Diddy's good name, and they were saying that anybody in the media, Don Juan in particular, that's been spouting these vicious lies about Diddy not taking care of his artists need to stop. And he said that anytime that Black Rob ran through a lot of money, And they would ask Rob, how you go through all this money? And Rob, man, he was enjoying life. So don't blame Diddy if Black Rob wasn't well off, as his career would have, implied or displayed.
Yeah, we talked about this last week, Dave. I completely agree. I don't know that anyone can go out, a grown man, and at least blame someone else. It kind of goes back to what the game was saying, at least, is that you got to find your own way out. I mean, if you're broke or you're struggling, you got to find your way out. And there's no way, Diddy has no responsibility on grown men and what they do later on in life.
The bootstrap thing doesn't work for a person that's considered ill. And, the Black Rob situation changed from a healthy individual to a person that was ill. And you have to take in consideration that that no one foreseen Black Rob becoming ill. And once that changed, then maybe the dynamics of the relationship was supposed to change. Like maybe, I'm not saying I don't know anything as far as what the relationship was, but if there were family members or friends that thought that Black Rob deserved more from Combs, then, you could say because he was sick, that might be a different situation than, grabbing yourself up by the bootstraps as most people successful in America have done.
You can say, I agree. You totally can say.
And the sad part about it is that Black Rob died so close to DMX, and DMX send off, as Mulatto Banks indicated, was very beautiful. It was spectacular, and considering we're in a pandemic, it wasn't Nipsey Hussle, it wasn't Michael Jackson, it was more Prince, and shout out to all the Rough Riders, Yonkers. Yeah, really showed out. Brooklyn hadn't been that magnificent in quite a while, and we thank you guys for coming through. And we send our deepest condolences to the Rough Riders family as well as DMX family and friends.
Yeah, no doubt. And extended condolences to the Shock G family as well, and we talked about Gregory Jacobs as well. And, it's like I said, even with, hip hop, we talked about Steezo, so, I mean, it's that time of year in memorandum for a lot of other peoples. And that's why we do the hip hop anniversaries and memorials as well.
Absolutely. It's sad. Hopefully there's some music for some of these artists, DMX, Shock G, or even Black Rob, that we'll get to hear them, introduce them to these new generation of fans. Because these guys made music. I mean, Shock G music was from the freaking 80s, for Christ's sakes. You understand? Digital Underground lived through Tupac Shakur, and Tupac Shakur was murdered in 96. So, in 5 years, that would be 30 years. So, it's been a long time, and it'd be great to hear something from these guys new that haven't been heard or remastered. Diddy knows how to work it. Biggie was making records in 2005. I mean, Christ's sakes.
Yeah. Diddy goes way back, man. Diddy, yeah. Well, shout out to Diddy, man. Or whatever you want to call him. I'll just leave it at that, man. Big shout out to Diddy as well.
That's right. How about the song "Sorry Not Sorry"? A fan? Not a fan.
Was it a question? Because I'm not with the song "Sorry."
You don't know the song "Sorry Not Sorry"?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a song that's in my playlist.
Okay, this is off of the new Khaled's album, Khaled, and for some we will call it the self-titled album, and for some interesting reason, Nas and Jay-Z is on a song, and the song is called "Sorry Not Sorry." Now, I'm not sure if they're sorry not sorry to each other
or not in the same studio. They didn't do it together.
What do you mean? They're in the video together.
They appeared in a video together.
Absolutely, sitting next to one another. Yes. Hey, listen. Nas is making plenty money right now. Nas has got a win streak that's going on for about 5 years now, consistently. That companies that he's involved in gone public and been a big windfall for him. So I don't think Nas has any reason to be angry. And he's got his Grammy. I mean, this can't be anything in the world that Nas could be upset about with Jay-Z. Even though that when they were younger, it would have seemed like the media and the fan base gravitated towards Jay-Z a little bit. But once you cashing checks like Nas is cashing, he could care less who you people love. Sorry, not sorry. Fuck you people. All right. Now, Hov on the end of that, he has to continue to please people. He has to be a people pleaser because people look towards him as he was, they propped him up to be the number one MC compared to Nas. So he has to be a people pleaser. But Nas, he could care less. So there's no reason to have beef.
Shout out to Birther Nation. I like the name. That's dope. Birther Nation. Almost like Birth of a Nation. I like that. Birther Nation. Where's your homegirl from, Birther Nation?
Are you a fan of Birth a Nation? Birth a Nation?
Yeah, like Birth of a Nation. But that's
yes, the Birth of a Nation. You a fan of it?
You talking about the movie or are you talking about the
Yes, I'm talking about the movie. The Birth of a Nation.
You talking about the original or Nate Parker's?
Say again?
Because there's Nate Parker version, but then there's the original, the first movie played at the White House.
The first movie played at the White House is the one I'm talking about.
Fuck no. Hell no, I don't like it.
Oh, but you've seen it, and I'm glad you knew what I was talking about.
Yeah. The original version was the racist version. Is the first movie actually played in the White House cinema.
You know who the individual was that was supposed to be the wild runaway slave?
No.
That was Nat Turner.
Oh, Nat Turner?
Yes, he was being depicted as that wild beast blackface character.
Interesting. Yeah, interesting. So a little bit of history there for you, Mulatto Banks, who representing VA. You know what I'm saying? Nat Turner, you know what I'm saying? That's a Virginia legend right there. Because of Nat Turner, they got the whole damn nation shook to this day.
Right. And you know what? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, sir.
No, I'm just saying that was it. I mean, it's Nat Turner the reason why I think the police are giving people such a hard time these days.
Well, I don't know about that.
That's some semblance.
Yeah. It's just a continuation, you could say, as who was supposed to have been the law at the time of Nat Turner and who's considered the law now. You can put a similar face to it, and I think that's what the whole protesting and street demonstrations is all about. Is the fact that the face of the person that has been oppressing minorities in this country has not changed. You understand? Okay, now what I was you done threw me off of what I was gonna say. Now I mean, damn.
Well, I was gonna look up Birth of Nation, and you know what, Mulatto, I don't see anything out there on YouTube on Birth of Nation, so I'm out there looking for Bertha. I mean, I see a Bertha Von Nation, but I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about there. But I'm not sure I'm seeing a Bertha Nation.
I want to address Tim Scott. That's what I wanted to do.
The Senator Tim Scott?
Senator Tim Scott from South Carolina, who rebutted Biden's nation comments or comments to the nation, where the Republicans always have a rebuttal at the end of a speech, or a Democrat, depending on who the president. Like when Trump was president, the Democrats would rebut what he would say, and majority of Trump's rebuttals were fact-checking. However, Tim Scott, senator from South Carolina, took a different approach. He tried to educate people on how the demonstrations and things in the street are, portraying America as if they have not changed or anything, or we have not progressed beyond the ideas of slavery and things like that. And he compared himself. He said that he's been considered Uncle Tom. They called him, like the Democrats, the progressives have called him an Uncle Tom. Now, that has been an old cliche or old misused term, the Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom would portray a black man as an individual that would be an overseer or some sort of helper of the slave master that would keep slaves in line. That's what Uncle Tom narrative has been. But that's not true. Uncle Tom is an actual person that his name escapes me right now, that actually helped before Harriet Tubman had the Underground Railroad. This person that they call Uncle Tom helped people escape to Canada where they would free blacks, okay, blacks from the South up to Canada. Before the Underground Railroad ever existed, it was Uncle Tom who did this. And when he got to Canada with these black individuals, he started to educate them and make them better.
Mulatto, I'm not sure Dave knows who he's talking about. But Dior, you just missed Dior. Dior is at a club. She was on a couple moments ago. I think she dropped off when you joined us, Mulatto.
No, you're right. You're right. Tim Scott has tried to paint African Americans with a racist brush. You're 100% correct. And the sad part about it is that he was used by the Republican Party to use that narrative, to address that narrative. If he wanted to address something, he could have addressed certain issues like spending, infrastructure, and things like that. But no, he wanted to address the racism, bias, police, minority angle, because they had someone that they thought could get across to people in the disguise of an African American, such as the people that are protesting or are walking the streets. But that's not what happened. What happened was he used the old narrative of the Uncle Tom, and it fell flat because people know who Uncle Tom is. If they don't, they should look it up, because Uncle Tom is not a person that kept the plantation operating in an orderly manner, but absolutely a person that bucked this system, the establishment, and tried to free people.
I hate to be a contrarian, but Senator Scott and senators like him, whether you're talking about Edmund Burke, or whatever Republican senators there may be, they're important. I mean, if you go way back Reconstruction, a lot of your black senators, believe it or not, we have some black senators back in the early century. They were African American and Republican. So Senator Scott plays an important role in terms of bringing a true conservatism, right? So I think he plays an important role.
I don't know how many black senators you think we have now. How many do you think we have now?
Right now, as far as I know, we have just our 2.5.
I know of Tim Scott. Do you know another?
Yeah, New Jersey.
Oh yeah. No. The gentleman in Georgia, the guy that just won in Georgia.
Yeah, oh, sorry, there's 3.5 then. Yeah, there's 3.5, and then the vice president is still a senator in case of a tie. Right.
That is correct. But she's not black. No, we're not gonna get into that debate. Yes, she is a minority, female and of color, person of color. So yes, you're absolutely right. We have more than the one that I've said.
Look,
there is.
She went to Howard University. Kamala Harris is black. Is a black woman.
You say that like they only allow blacks in.
No, but I say culturally you come out black. Because there are white kids at Howard University too. So don't get it twisted. I met a lot of white kids. And I hate to call them white kids because I actually see them as brothers. But we had a lot of white students at Howard University. Shout out to the med school.
Well, that's the only way you keep the doors open.
Hey, man. Well, like I said, they're there at Howard, man. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out.
Yeah, shout them out. Hey, my bottom line is it's okay for the activists and the small local authorities to go back and forth on policing.
Rachel didn't go to Howard. I don't think Rachel went to Howard. Did Rachel Dolezal go to Howard?
She might have. I mean, how else did she become? I mean, she was black for a long time. But again, local authorities and local officials, they can do the bickering in the streets about policing and policy. Up top there, Mr. Scott, Senator Scott, he can't make that an issue and as a nation issue if that's not what the president is really addressing. I mean, yes, he won on that platform. That's what got the blacks to the polls. I understand what they're trying to do with Tim Scott. I understand what they're trying to do with the election, the what do they call them? Voter rights and voter restrictions. I know what they're trying to do, and they're trying to limit the black vote. They're trying to hurt the black vote because it's won 3 elections now. Do you know what 3 elections the black vote has won? Done won.
What 3 elections the black voters won?
Yes.
Obama 1, Obama 2, and Bill Clinton number 2.
No, Biden Biden. Okay, so in the last three of the last 4 elections, the black vote has come out and has been victorious. So they want to squash it in some way and try to discourage individuals and those that are out there that's willing to vote, because you are coming out and you're voting. They want to give you an idea. They want to plant a seed in your mind that what the Democrats and the progressive are trying to do. They're trying to say, look, the progressive are so distracted right now with trying to progress so much that they're trying to progress everybody except the black vote. Okay, the black individual is being left behind because they're trying to progress trans. They're trying to progress Asians. They're trying to progress all those that have been minorities, immigrants. They're trying to progress all of those that have been, pretty much, what do they call those? Disenfranchised individuals. And the majority of the black American individuals are going to be left by the wayside because the progressive got so many going on in the agenda that we should be catered to. And Tim Scott was an appetizer from the Republican Party to catering to us. That's why they want to put.
So Rachel did go to Howard University. And as it turns out, she was there around the time I was there. And again, so I mean, proof that, saying there were white looking people at Howard. And,
she's not white looking. That's why she was able to. I think she worked at Howard at one point. Was she a professor there?
I think so. Well, they said she attended Howard University at Fine Arts, summa cum laude in 2002. I left Howard in, 2000. So I mean, we may have
wasn't she a member or head of a chapter of the NAACP?
Later in life, she did become that, but yeah. So
she looked like you and I.
Yeah, she could pass for a light-skinned girl. That's how she was looking at Howard. I wouldn't have paid any attention. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wouldn't have noticed her.
You wouldn't have tried to get with her?
I'll say if she had a short skirt on, I would. But
yes, you're absolutely right, mulatto.
She looks like she has some nice legs. I had relations. I wish if I had relations with her, I still would know her.
You know what? Don Juan she would be black because Don Juan would have married her and they would have had some black kids. Nobody would ever question her ethnicity.
Doesn't mean I would have married her. Sideshow Bob looking chick. Yeah, I like I said, if
have you ever been married?
Who, me?
Yes.
Yeah, and I've been divorced, and what I'm saying, it's better being. Well, I got a girlfriend now. So
how long were you married?
I was married for 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I was married.
I'm talking to a married, divorced man. I didn't know that.
Yeah, marriage is hard. I married a woman. I married an Ethiopian woman. In fact, I married a woman who didn't even speak English. And so you talk about starting.
So how did you guys communicate? Let me in on the first date, please.
Yeah, it was like Dances with Wolves. I don't know if you ever saw the Kevin Costner movie.
Yes.
First date's kind of complicated, but this is how it went basically. So I was dating this pretty white girl out in Virginia, and she was pretty much telling me that we had to break up because her racist family in Florida, who was an FBI agent, didn't approve of us dating. And we was mature about it. We was cool about it. I figured, hey man, if it's stressing you out to date a black guy, then fuck it. So we could break up.
Where were you living at the time?
I was in Arlington, Virginia. Well, actually, we were living together in what they call what is that town? Reston, Virginia. I lived in Reston, Virginia, and then I eventually moved to Arlington, Virginia. And I remember being at the bus station or the train station, and I remember breaking up with my then girlfriend because of this thing. I took a job that was going to pay for my higher education. I said, listen, we're going to break up. You know what I'm saying? That's cool because I see a chick right here I'm about to move on to. And it was this really pretty ethnic looking girl, Ethiopian, very, very pretty, very fine looking young lady. And I walked up to her and I said, hey, listen, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to ask you for your number, but here's my number. Give me a call. Now check this. 3 weeks later, about a month later, I get a call. And it was weird because the lady didn't speak English. I forgot about the chick. It was, it was about 4 months later. Long story short, Dave, I talked to this girl for about 6 months. It wasn't until after I got married that I found out those 6 months that I was talking to this young lady was not her. I was talking to a cousin who was screening me. And so it was a weird marriage to begin with. But,
Is that tradition in their family?
No. No, but what happened was this, this cousin, this relative of hers was trying to get her indoctrinated into American life. And their thing is that, hey, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be American, we got to get you an American boyfriend. And they literally, because that day, a lot of guys had apparently given her phone number. She literally had a hat full of phone numbers. And so the cousin told me they actually shook the hat up full of phone numbers. And then my number came out, and then the cousin started screening me, and she said she called about 5 or 6 guys. And she said she liked me best, so she set me up with a blind date with her. And
so she was actually, the cousin was a translator.
Kind of. I mean, her English was just as bad. It was horrible. I mean, it was horrible. In fact, like I said, I mean, it all makes sense in hindsight because I remember we went to the movie theater. That was our first date to movie theater, and she didn't know anything that we had talked about for the last 6 months. Like nothing. It was like, hey, remember this? And she's like, And then I remember watching the movie one time, and she had this look on me like, she was staring at me really hard, because again, she didn't really speak English. I turned around and she's looking at me, and then she started feeling on me. I said, hey, she don't speak English, but we all know the body language. Saying that's universal.
Grabbing the genitalia. See,
hey,
Dior doesn't understand. That is a aphrodisiac sign that sex should happen. You understand right now? And I thought that's what goes on in those clubs. But let me ask you this question before you continue. So maybe I can make a long story short. Was this a marriage for pay? Were you paid?
No, but that came up later in our marriage because like during our engagement, my fiance was turning down $40,000 to marry her cousin.
So there was a male cousin that the family was trying to get her to marry for $40,000.
They wanted him in the States, and so they was like, "Dude, watch."
But she wasn't American yet, was she?
No, but they wanted her. They figured that if because she was like a sponsor, her mom got like asylum, and the mom was allowed a kid. She had came here like a couple of days shy of her 18th birthday. I met her when she was 18, and so I'm not gonna.
How old were you?
I was in my late 20s. I know.
So she was basically a child, and you were burgeoning on adulthood.
But the mom was serious that I honor Ethiopian culture, so I did have to have somebody from my family propose to her family, and then her family had to decide if it was okay for us to marry. So it was a little bit of arranged marriage in the sense that I couldn't propose to her directly. I had to bring in my father to ask her parents for their hand in marriage. Now, here's the weird part. So, her father is deceased. He passed away in Africa, but she had like an auntie, or this friend of the family, I should say, who had a son, and she wanted her son to marry my fiance. And when she saw me and she met me, she grilled the shit out of me. She was like, in my then mother-in-law's name is Yeshi. She says, Yeshi, look at his nose. Are you kidding me? You can't let your daughter marry this guy. Look at his lips. They're going to have babies one day. I mean, this lady went off. I couldn't believe it. This fine Ethiopian
in
woman.
English.
Oh, yeah. Well, so the older ladies, they were college educated, Americanized women. They were born in Ethiopia, but they had spent, 20 years here. That's what they do. They come here 20 years ahead of the kids, and then they send for the kids later. And that was the case for my fiance's mom. My wife spent 15 years living in Ethiopia without a mom because her mom was in the States trying to get a college degree.
Okay.
After the mom gets a college degree, 15 years later, or 17, 18 years later, she then sends for the kids to bring them to the States.
What was the degree in?
Say it again.
What was her degree in?
Oh, nursing. Those women, they go into the nursing healthcare. They get into, that's like an easy thing to get in. Did I give her a goat for a dowry? There wasn't necessarily no, I did not give a goat for sure, but we did eat goat. Now there's a popular Ethiopian dish, and it's really good. It's called oh geez, man. My daughter, and I have a daughter now who's a teenager now, so I know she's
from this marriage.
From this marriage, I have a daughter, yes, who's a teenager now.
What's her name?
I'm not gonna get into my daughter's name there, Dave, but she's my daughter.
Is it Ethiopian or American?
Yeah, she has an Ethiopian name. She has a traditional African Ethiopian name. And,
it sounds like you were a little pussy whipped there, Don Juan.
Well, what makes you say that? Because I was married to an African woman?
No, you were willing. Well, first of all, you couldn't communicate with the lady. you had a child and you allowed her to name her in a name that's not familiar with your culture.
Nah, she had my name. I mean, she still my child has my last name, and
your last name, but not the first name. The first name is your surname is proper. But
well, to be clear, I named her. I gave her the name. You know, I watched the Ethiopian movie. There was all subtitles, and I said, "Hey, is that a popular girl's name?" And then wife said, "Yeah." I said, "Cool, that's gonna be our daughter's name."
Is it Kenta? Kenta?
No.
Kenyetta?
It's a Hamard version of the three wise men. If you're following Christianity faith, if the three wise men gave frankincense and myrrh, and so her name is a derivative of the myrrh that the three wise men gave to. I'm going to butcher the story. So, but it's steeped in traditional culture there in Ethiopia, and of course, if you know any Ethiopians, they're very proud. So, long story short, yes, I was married to an Ethiopian woman for 10 years, and I'll tell you, Dave, over the years, her English got better. And as she got better, it was a lot of, fuck you.
Mr. Fuck you, man. Fuck you, Mr. Fuck you, man.
Yeah. So basically, like someone said 90-day fiance. The irony is that the day she got her green card was the day we were going to divorce. So
now, hold on. Let's take it slow. Let's not take it slow because we only have a little bit of time left. Let's just real quick go through some questions. And you just answered the story is all right. We understand now. Okay. How long before you guys met did you get married?
Probably about a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? Very
good. Now, at the wedding, was there a translator?
By the way, it's a lot of pressure to get married, right? Because again, mom was like, "Hey, my daughter's a virgin. Saying you're not gonna be, saying solely my virgin daughter. Saying you're going to have to make an honest man out of her and marry." I bought that shit, so I wasn't necessarily whooped. I wasn't necessarily whipped. I actually bought in the fact that this woman was a virgin, and shit, I'm like, damn, I got an 18-year-old virgin, and mom's okay with it. I was in it.
Was she a virgin?
In hindsight, saying once you go through a divorce, you question everything. I'll just say that.
Okay. There was a translator at the wedding.
No. By the time we got to the wedding, saying, like I said, it was like dances with wolves, man. For example, I'll give you a good example. When I first met her,
what I'm trying to figure out is how do you know that you were actually married? If you're saying it was a traditional Ethiopian wedding, how do you know that there were vows taken?
Oh, because it's an American wedding. Oh, here's the important part. So I actually thought that I was going to prolong the marriage, right? So I was like, you know what? Because I was under a lot of pressure to marry this woman because, she was a virgin woman, supposedly. Her mom said she was a virgin. I was under a lot of pressure. You can't be, messing around with my daughter if you ain't going to take her seriously. So there's a lot of pressure to marry her. So what I thought I would do was go get a marriage license with the premonition that there'd be a marriage date down the road. And then the wedding would be on another date. But what I didn't know, and this is why I should have talked to a lawyer, and I did this on my lunch break, by the way. I got married on my lunch break and went right back to work. So I went down to the courthouse to get a marriage license, and I didn't know it at the time, but I ended up walking out of that bitch married. I was like, holy shit, we're married? Like, there's no priest? I didn't know that a marriage license is the marriage.
Yes.
I didn't know that. So I thought the license was something I had to go show a priest, and then he had to bless it and accept it. I didn't know it was the other way around. So long story short, I got married on my lunch break on a Monday. I went right back to work probably 30 minutes later. I was like, oh, what the hell just happened? I just get married. I think I got married, and it was on my lunch break. I got married on my fucking lunch break. I don't think we both knew what happened because I did not intend to get married. I just thought I was getting a license.
Right.
That expired after so many days. Like, this is a license and
90 days. After 90 days, it's no good.
Right. Yeah. I thought it was one of those things. And I had no freaking clue that, once you walked in that joint, I was married. But I remember thinking it could be worse. It could be worse. This woman was fine at that time.
So when you got the wedding license, how long did it take from the wedding license to the actual wedding?
Well, like I said, it took me about a month to realize that I was married. Because, I didn't realize, I just thought the license was just the permission to get married. And then, there's this tradition in Ethiopian culture, the female's parents pay for the wedding.
Well, that's American tradition as well.
Oh, the females pay? Okay.
Yes. Get ready.
I never married an American woman. I didn't know that. So, but then again, I got daughters, so maybe I can get ready to the other side. But anyways, so we did I had a friend. I used to throw parties and clubs and whatnot, and so I rented out a club out there in Fairfax, Virginia. Shout out to Fairfax. And the homie let me do what we considered to be an engagement party, and that turned out to be a real wedding. You know what I'm saying? So.
You know what, bro? This is a very fascinating thing. And you were an adult, man. You were 30 years old, right?
Yeah. At that time, yeah. I was, absolutely. I was in my late 20s. And
you were you was adopted by this Ethiopian family, it sounds like.
Absolutely. My parents hated the fact they said, "Hey, man, you gave up your culture." So what about your American culture? You do everything for the Ethiopian culture. Tell them people you American too. They gotta respect the American culture.
I love your parents because that's exactly what's going on in my mind right now. They're saying, "Don Juan, what's going on here?" Okay, so now she's 19 years old. You guys are married. How long before you have the child?
No, I'm not married now. I learned my lesson early. Trust me on that. I learned my lesson, dude. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something about marriage, and this is another thing that a lot of people don't. Maybe for you too, Dave. If you're thinking about marrying Dior, here's one thing to consider. Once you get married, it's a contract. That means you can't do nothing. You can't sign no house. You can't sell your house. You can't buy a car. You can't do anything with the banks. I mean, it's a mess. You can't do anything without your partner's signature. And if you marry someone like as I did, who didn't speak English, who didn't know anything about nothing, can you imagine how difficult it is when it's time to sell a house or things of nature? And it happens in our divorce. I mean, there's a lot of things I had to give up because she didn't trust anything I said because of my English. And her lawyer's like, no, don't sign anything that he tells you to. And so there's a lot of money that's just like in limbo, the tax money that we can't get back because, she refused to sign it because someone told her don't trust him. So it's weird. And so, like I said, we got a teenage daughter now who's damn near grown. Okay. So you've been divorced about how long now? 3 years, 4 years? Long time, man. Long time, man. He said, don't marry a crazy woman. Mulatto, I think all women are crazy. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? I just think that the ideal of a crazy woman, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know, bro. You don't know. You're going to be easy. There's a whole half of the population out there you're going to alienate.
I found more success without having my name tied to someone else. And I just don't think that I could ever go back to being in a marriage where I got to ask a woman, hey, can we sell this house or can I buy a house?
All you're describing now is that your issue was financial.
No, it wasn't. It's just decision-making, period, I think is what I'm trying to say. Like, literally, you can't do anything without, like I'm telling you, like, I mean, I had assets. I mean, this girl came to the country with nothing.
Again, you're talking financial. What sent you guys to divorce court?
That's another show, Dave. You know, so that's nothing that I can get out in 3 minutes here.
Okay, fair enough. Remind us, ladies and gentlemen, to ask Don Juan what sent him to divorce court next week when you join us here on Hip Hop Citizen or Friday Night Live here on Hip Hop Citizen.
If you see this McClick, why don't you call in? Her name is McClick. So if you see this McClick, why don't you call in and why don't you tell him? But the answer is another Ethiopian dude. I think she missed having someone to talk to herself. You know
so you're saying there was infidelity?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. She messed around. You know, she had another 5 foot skinny, 90-pound Ethiopian dude. You know what I'm saying?
And you seen this guy?
Yeah, believe it or not, I actually met him when I first met her. You know, because long story short, she had to go to a special school because of when she first came to the States, her mom wanted to get her into an American school. But remember, their thing was when you're new to America, any parent wants to do is get you immersed in the culture in which you're living in. And so her mom, they couldn't get her into college at the time. So her mom, even though she was like 19 or 18, they were able to get her into a high school. But this high school had a whole bunch of people just like her who were fresh to the country, who didn't have a GED. But even though they were 18 or 19, they were able to enroll in these special like after school programs that allow for adult education. And so she was in one of those programs, and I met this guy who was jealous from the jump. And over the years, this kid, so like we was married for 10 years, but over the years, this kid became a friend, a deeper friend, a deeper friend. He got his college education. This guy busted his ass. I mean, he was in the secondary school as a 19-year-old himself. He went to college and became an engineer, and he held true, man. He wanted this girl badly. He got his money, and he started hollering at my girl. And then he ended up losing her too. He dumped her too. So that's how it goes.
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. This is going to be a topic we revisit often on the show because I have so many questions left. But I'm gonna let you go right now, Don Juan.
Absolutely, man. Like I said, man, if you and Dior want to get married, man, y'all should take those things into consideration.
And no, I told you that Dior and I, this was not a proposal, okay? She may be ready to get married, but I still got some growing to do. Okay.
And like I said, you don't want that. You don't want that hassle. And like I said, you don't want a wife telling you can't do Friday Night Live.
Yes,
that's what happens.
You know what? My wife would appreciate me talking to someone else besides her. Trust me on that. What I tell you?
Man.
Who makes a cute couple? Please tell me, Mulatto. You and I? No, you got a man from Umfufu. Where is that from, by the way? Where's Umfufu from?
That's from Jay-Z's line, right? You want to eat Umfufu girls around, girls and thunder. Didn't Jay-Z use that line?
I don't know. I know that
Dior make a cute couple is what she said.
Dior and I does not make a cute couple.
They debated that. They debated that heavily about an hour ago.
We're a show couple, okay? That's about as far as it goes. We're here to entertain. That's it. Let's be real. I'm still that's Bunny. That's Bunny Fufu. That's Bunny Fufu. That's not Fufu. That's Bunny Fufu.
I get the Eddie Murphy Raw joke. That's funny. That's good.
It's not. Is it wrong? Yes. She slams her head. She's like, goody Google.
All right, Dave, man. All right, brother, man.
No, I think that's not even raw. That's delirious. That's Eddie Murphy delirious. Oh no, Bunny Fufu's the African girl. Yes. No, you're right, Mulatto. It is raw. You're absolutely right. We could talk Eddie Murphy on that. What do you gotta go?
Eddie. I need half Eddie.
Yes.
Trust me. You know how many times that popped in my head every night when those weird nights, man, when you've been frustrated. That popped in my head every night. Eddie, I want half, Eddie.
Did you give up half?
Well, again, this goes back to why I don't want to get married, because she didn't understand what half was, and thankfully, man, I want to get out of that. And what she didn't know didn't hurt her. So I, and some of that may have been cocky, man, because of my own success. I kind of felt like, hey, man.
Wait a minute. We're laughing because you screwed the woman? I thought she screwed you. You screwed the woman?
Well, financially, I may have won over financially, but what I'm saying,
wow.
She got her physical lover who left her right after I divorced her. So,
you know what? I apologize for laughing because that is not what I thought. But when you said she wasn't half, I thought she got more.
My daughter's probably listening, but baby girl, you're a teenager now, so we didn't have conversations. So,
right, Don Juan loves you to death.
All right,
God bless everyone. Thank you for joining us. David Simonism on Facebook, David E. Simon on Twitter, and the David Simon Show on Instagram. Holla at me. Take care. See you next week.
Hey, Don Juan D. Mac, IG, man, always here, HipHopCitizen.
I hope you enjoyed the show.